Welcome everyone to the career exploration event for undeclared majors. My name is Mariana Yerby and I'm the Associate Director of Career and Professional Development in the Manhattan campus. And I'm in charge of helping the undeclared majors with their career exploration. I also have Sam Karpilov on the workshop, and she works in the Dobbs Ferry campus. She's a career coach, and she'll be joining us too. And Ariel, who you all know, your PAC mentor, Ariel de Blasio. So we're gonna get started. All right, so there are different types of undeclared majors, and you might fit one or more of these boxes. Either you're completely unsure of your career paths, you're changing careers after having worked in the field a few years, you're figuring out your role within a specific industry, or you're just a member of the Career Explorer community and you just came up on this email. So wherever you are, this is for you. Career explorers, such as yourself, have big questions to answer and big decisions to make about your career, as you already know. It can happen at any time and it could be any major. So even though you're experiencing it now, it could definitely happen again in the future. But it's not something to be scared of. This is something normal and to be expected when you're making these big decisions. Okay, we have a student who just joined. Wait for her to come in. I think she dropped out again. All right, here's some false myths about undeclared majors, which I wanted to clear up because these, again, are all false. The first one is that you're lost because you don't know what major you're taking, that college is not for you, that you're wasting your time, or that you will fail. None of this is true. You are already getting an education and you're getting skills which you will use later on in life. Through career exploration, such as this, you will be able to pinpoint your current career priorities, recognize what would actually be fulfilling to you, analyze job satisfaction if you're already working or if you've worked before, and you're also going to learn how to adapt to a changing workforce, which is something you're going to need to do over and over in your career. Your plan, and this can, again, the arrows mean that this will go on and on. It's not just one time in your life. You really have to ask yourself what it is that you want, what you're interested in, research, experience it, and then evaluate. And then you either reevaluate or you stay with your decision for a few years in a specific career, or you can go through the wheel over and over. So the way to get started, these are our recommendations. The first thing is to look at what are your interests, skills, and strengths. So get to know yourself and complete some self-assessment exercises we have. And I have this listed here, focus 2. Then you identify your transferable skills. So these are things you already have developed from working or volunteering or classwork. So we want to make sure you have a list of what are the skills you actually have. And then you can sit down with one of us, one of our career coaches, or another qualified mentor to talk this out. This is an example from Focus 2, and the deck will be on our website, and everything has a hyperlink, so you can just follow the links to access these sites. Focus 2, we recommend you start with the work interest assessment, which gives you a code. It's called a Holland code, which is your work interest. So where you rate the highest on these dimensions. And the best part is it doesn't just tell you, you're investigative and social, but it frames it into occupations that match these results. So it's not perfect math. It doesn't mean if you don't become one of these things that are listed here, like an aquarium curator, you'll be miserable for the rest of your life. Absolutely not. But it gives you an idea of people who score similar to you in these dimensions, what kind of careers they choose. So you see supporting majors and programs at Mercy, where you can follow the path to become an aquarium curator. So these are things that might be useful to you. If you answer the assessment truthfully, you will realize these are things that have come up in your life before, and these are your real interests. So again, it's another idea of how to decide on majors. Then we're going to identify transferable skills, which are the skills I mentioned before, skills that you've developed from your hobbies, work experience, volunteering, that you already have. All of us have these. So this is typical when you read a job description and you think, I can do that job. I just haven't done it before, but I have the skills. So these are called transferable skills. So these are skills that you've learned in a different environment, but can transfer over to your next jobs. We have a workshop, and again, the hyperlink is on there, where you can, it helps you, a worksheet where it can help you actually define the skills and explain how you got them. So this is just one of the examples. One of my students told me, I have strong organizational skills. Like, where did you get those? Where did you gain those? And he explained, well, at my federal work study job, I had 5 supervisors and I had to complete projects for these 5 people, manage multiple deadlines. That is a great example of organizational skills. So if he could do that, he can handle organizational demands at his future position. So it's helping you articulate the skills and where you gain them and how they can be useful for your next employer. Now, what do you do with the results from your self-assessment and for your transferable skills? You're going to evaluate the choices, right? Like, should I go here or not? You evaluate and you either confirm or you redirect. That's fine. It's not a mistake. It's just figuring out and tuning into where you really are interested. Then you want to learn more about your field of interest. It could be through your professional associations or clubs. We have many clubs here at Mercy that are organized by career community. You follow those links. And then you start applying for experiences, internships and or jobs to actually feel it out and see what it's like to work in those fields. We also recommend you attend our career workshops, employer information sessions. We have one at Amazon, for example, one with Amazon today, and our spring virtual career fair. The date is still forthcoming, but we'll definitely hold one. And we recommend you come and explore and talk to employers. Apply for internships. Again, that's the best way to get the experience rather than just reading about it. Also going in and feeling it and seeing what you think once you're actually in those seats. And network. You can start in LinkedIn with Mercy alum. It's the easiest way. But anyone you know or anyone who you've heard of who's in the field, you can definitely reach out and ask for advice. People are happy to give advice, so that should be easy, doable. So again, remember your plan, this wheel we talked about before. You ask yourself, you first have to ask yourself what it is you want to do and why, and what are your motivations for going into different fields or considering them. Then you research with all the tools that we gave you, research what it's like to be in those jobs, what type of jobs actually exist. Then you want to try to get some experience, so either a volunteering or internships or part-time jobs, and then evaluate your choices. And if you have to go start again, you start again. But this is how you get to those decisions on major. Before we finish, I want to ask Ariel how you actually decide on a major and when you have to decide on a major at Mercy. If you could please tell us, Ariel.
Yeah, sure. That's a very good question. So we would like a student to basically declare a major within the first year and a half, because of the fact that we don't want to finish up all our gen eds and then have our major classes to take, which sometimes the major classes do require prereqs. And it's to change your major is simple. I basically send you a change your major form, and you fill it out, and I send that to the registrar's office, and hopefully within a couple of weeks, your major is changed. So it's super important to speak to me or go on Mercy Connect and look for the major that you might be interested in. Also, maybe the first semester, if you're interested in psychology, taking a psychology class, or if you want to go into a health science major, maybe taking a biology 155 course. That gives you some sort of an idea about what health science requires, what psychology requires.
All right, thank you so much, Ariel. So you heard it, you heard how and when. If you have any questions about it, you can email Ariel. If you have any questions in terms of your career and what the possibilities are with the career, with the majors you're considering, please reach out to me. There's my email. I'm happy to have a one-on-one with you virtually for now, and we'll discuss what you're thinking about. And if you should complete one of the assessments, I can help you. I can walk you through all of those. So the main thing is you don't have to do this alone. We're here for you. It's a really big decision, and we want to make sure you do it for the right reasons. You select what is best for you. So we're here, and we're excited that you're a part of this, and don't think you're wasting your time by not selecting a major. This is something that a lot of us have gone through before, and we want to support you in your decision. So thank you so much. And I will put this up on the CPD website. It's career.mercy.edu. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Ariel, I actually had a couple questions.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Didn't want to cut you off. Sorry.
Right.
So just for everyone to have this information, because I often have found a couple of students I've worked with have had this question in their mind if they are uncertain about what major to declare. I feel like it can be, for them, unsettling to keep jumping around and not feel like they've selected a major and sticking with it throughout college. So what kind of advice, I guess, would you, and I'll see if I can come up with anything, have for someone who can't decide their major and feels kind of lost? I guess either of you, if you had any advice on that front.
Yeah, like I suggested earlier, maybe taking one of those courses that you might be interested in, like I said, psychology. There's a lot of psychology classes that you could take the first semester that might go towards your elective, so you won't be wasting credits. If you're interested in health science, you could take a bio class that we give every fall and spring, and that could go towards your elective as well, hopefully. Education, any other major, and also speak to your PAC advisor. That's the most important step, is to first speak to your your PAC advisor, PAC mentor, and let them know, like, I don't know which route I want to go to. I might want to go into psychology, but also like teaching, and maybe we could talk about the 5-year program as well. There's a psychology education program. So there's many ways you could go about, being interested in a major by taking one of the classes, speaking to your PAC mentors, doing your own research as well.
Thank you, Ariel. Those are great ideas. And my other idea would be to also reach out, and if you need to figure out who those people are, reach out to the program directors. They can help you understand what the program actually entails and what possible career paths they expect from people who graduate from those programs, and give you a real sense of what it would be like to study those majors. So I think that's a great idea too, and they're happy to talk to you and give you advice. I mean, we're not competing internally for the students, so they're happy to just tell you what it's like and give you advice on to whether that might be the right path for you or not, or give you other ideas. So we're all here. Just ask. Don't think you have to do this all on your own. If you just speak to your mentor, speak to one of us, we'll help you come up with a plan and with ideas. We don't want you to, the thing that we don't want you to do is just go home and just Google everything. Like, we have way better resources that can help you one-on-one than just Googling and figuring out, I'm going to do this because they make XYZ, or because I know it's a secured field. That shouldn't be the reason why you choose a major.
Thank you both. Yeah, I was wondering that for my sake and helping students who I meet with who have that question. Something else that I thought of that I have told, I think, at least one student before, is that even if you're not set in a major and you're having a lot of different kind of jobs in flux, to just kind of make up for, I guess, lost time or have something on your resume, there probably are, like Mariana said in an earlier slide, transferable skills there that can assist you in whatever career you end up pursuing, even if it's not what you're currently interested in right now or what you will be doing someday. So nice to know that it's nothing's really wasted. It's all helping you in some way, and it can, as long as you're phrasing it in a way to show that it's a related skill or experience that you've had.
That's totally it. Yeah, nothing is wasted, and the experience builds. And even if it's not an experience you enjoyed, you will be clear on why you don't enjoy certain things. So that makes you a better candidate for the future, to have some self-awareness. So any more questions, Sam or Ariel?
Yeah, I have one more that I guess we might have already answered this in a way, but in terms of seniors who maybe by the first semester of their senior year still aren't sure what they want to do when they graduate, what kind of advice would either of you have for somebody in that situation?
All right, so they already have a major, right? Because they have to.
Right. But maybe
Right.
they're uncertain, they feel like they had to declare something, or they declared it and thought they'd love it and they find out that they don't.
They're still doubting it. Well, I would say take an internship, right? It's not too late to figure out within the field, assuming they're interested in the field, they might just not be set on the path. There are many, many things you could do. You know, usually career paths are very non-linear. So even though you have a degree in something, you could totally go in a very different direction for the most part, unless it's something really technical, you have to have studied everything. So just, we want to make sure that you can explore and experience while you're still a student before you go embarking on a, you know, a full-time job. We want to make sure you try something out, even if they're short internships, micro internships, projects, just more that you can go off than just, it doesn't feel right, but why not? Maybe there's something within the field that will be fulfilling. So I would say that, get some experience.
That's great. Thank you. Ariel, did you have anything to add that maybe you've heard students say this before? Oh, you're still on mute.
Sorry. I think what Mariana said was on point. You could do many things with a degree. I know behavioral science students tend to go into being a caseworker or human resource, or go into human resources, or becoming a police officer. So even going to law school. So you could do a lot with your degree. And like Mariana would say, the internship is important, and talking to a career coach, that's important as well.
Thank you so much. I think we're out of time. But thank you so much for sharing and for your resources, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Mariana.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.